What's going on, internet friends? How are you guys doing? For those of you who don't know, my name is Tshepo and this is another episode of Let's Chat. Let's Chat is supposed to be a weekly view on issues that may concern me, concern other people, and just things in general, because the truth is I don't have all the answers and neither do you, but together I'm sure we can come up with a couple of solutions. So this week I thought I would discuss something that's close to home for me, obviously, and that is YouTube in South Africa, the YouTube culture in South Africa. And before I even go anywhere, there isn't really a YouTube culture in South Africa comparative to the rest of the world. And by the rest of the world, I mean the UK and America and more developed areas of the world like that. Now, I think the best place for me to start is by putting this whole thing into context. YouTube is mostly watched by middle, upper class people who can afford to use a device that has internet, who has airtime for pleasure, which in itself is a bit of a struggle. The truth is that even if you have a smartphone or whatever, chances are you're not into YouTube culture because in South Africa, internet's expensive, data's expensive, airtime is expensive. And it's a running cost that YouTube uses very quickly. Overseas, it's very easy to get high-speed internet for cheap because there are a number of telecommunications companies that provide the service. Here, our main players are Vodacom, MTN, Cell C, and everyone else. And over and above that, if you have Wi-Fi in your home, chances are using Telkom, and Telkom are pretty terrible. Not trying to bash them, but really, I haven't had any good experiences with Telkom at all. More than that, YouTube culture in South Africa hasn't really been bred because we don't have enough YouTubers. We don't have good YouTubers that are providing content that people want to see. I understand for my channel, I'm in a very niche market of the YouTube space, which is vlogging. Not even daily vlogging, just vlogging once a week. And that is essentially just you being a voyeur into my life, watching the kinds of things that I do and the kind of adventures I go on. Now, for a lot of you guys, 360 odd at this point, that's something that you're interested in and that's something I'm grateful for. But for the rest of the people within my sphere or within my target area of reach being South Africa, that isn't really an opportunity. Now, you could argue that that's just because my content sucks, which in all fairness, if that's your opinion of it, that's a very fair opinion to have. But over and above that, statistics show that vloggers in South Africa don't really exist. We have a couple who may have like 1,000 or 2,000 and maybe their videos are grossing, I don't know, 200-300. But in comparison, overseas, your favorite YouTuber probably has a vlogging channel with easily over 1 million subscribers and easily over 500,000 views a day. People who do daily vlogging mostly live overseas. We've had in South Africa a few successful YouTubers, Casperly being the one that comes to mind, who did a form of vlogging, but that's more of a, as I'm doing now, sitting down, speaking to the camera in a comedic fashion to make you laugh. And the easiest way to a person's heart or to catch their attention is by making them laugh. Over and above that, I think something that we don't want to discuss is the fact that the YouTubers we have don't take it very seriously. Like, they'll upload once in a while, like excellent content. I'm talking about epic stuff, but it'll only come once in a while. And we need to come together as South African YouTube community and build. Now, the argument could be, okay, Tage, if you really want to do YouTube, why don't you focus on an international market and focus your marketing there? Well, that's not what I want. I want to build the country I'm in. I love the country I live in and I want to build it. I want to make it better. And I'm not saying that YouTube's a solution to make everything better, but it's definitely something that makes people smile, makes people laugh. Through the few times I've been contacted because of my channel, it's been because people have had a positive response to it. And I'm sure given the opportunity, more people could have a bigger response to other YouTubers. And you know, YouTube culture in South Africa, it's just got to grow, man. It's a natural thing. YouTube don't focus their efforts in our region as they don't in many others. Like I'm sure Brazil's YouTube space isn't that amazing, even though it is better than ours. But you know, overseas they have VidCon, they have, you know, South by Southwest, and they have a bunch of festivals, DigiFest, they have a bunch of festivals and conventions and whatever for creators. In the same way we don't have a number of comic conventions, or we don't have thousands of gaming conventions, we have niche markets that people want to explore and want to expand in, but we just don't have the infrastructure, or we don't have the opportunities to make them bigger. In South Africa, we haven't had one YouTube anything. There hasn't been a YouTube lunch or a YouTube dinner or anything that's just for YouTubers to meet other YouTubers and to interact with their fans. Over and above that, like, people generally leave. Troy Salvador left. He's being very successful, and I'm not trying to knock anyone else's success. Like that is epic. And as a YouTuber, I look up to those guys and I admire the work that they do because it's absolutely epic. But at the same time, we need to be people like myself, people like you guys. If you're a YouTuber or there's something you're doing, we need to do it for the right reasons. Do it because you love it, man. Don't do it because someone else is doing it. Don't do it because, well, flip, I don't know, just because. And we need to have more people who just want to do this. And hopefully, if we can have enough people who just want to do this and we come together and we just, you know, try absolute best, I'm sure that we could get somewhere with this whole YouTube thing and make it worth it and make it big. And then maybe one day we'll have YouTubers on big billboards instead of whatever it is we have now. YouTube's a platform for anyone to have a voice and for anyone to say anything. And I truly believe in hearing everyone's story. So that's my 2 cents on why YouTube culture in South Africa isn't really as big as it could be or should be, in my personal opinion. But what can you do? There are more pressing issues to deal with at this point in time. Until the next time we chat, this has been a nice from the heart episode of Let's Chat. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.